Rahubat Collective. Uh, I was actually about to go to bed, but I was told to do a quick message. Was not told any prompt, anything at all. It was just do a reading, and I sat there for a minute, and I was like, I'm tired, but I might as well. So we'll get a quick reading out because that is what is being said to do. Hopefully, we're having a good shadow hour or rising or evening, whatever time of day it is where you're at. Um, but regardless, we're gonna jump in, see what's going on. And yeah. If you're looking for any of the services and the books and whatnot, you can either email me or use the links in the description for the order form. But if you're looking to get all the information and updated services, definitely email me because the services on the order form are not updated. And I'm probably going to be redoing that at some point as well. As well as if you're looking to donate to help with funds for the tarot projects and things of that nature, you can do so by the links in the description as well, but it's not necessary unless you like feel like doing it. Sorry, my headphones are all tangled up. I'm just like I'm trying to get my awareness up by like looking around and talking about stuff. Excuse me on that house, but let's go in. Got the Two of Pentacles, and I heard a rock in a hard place. There's a lot of shaky feelings. There's a lot of shaky things going on. You are moving through the feelings that you're having. There's a lot of second guessing because of how rocky things are. You know something is going to work out, but there's this uncertainty factor that's still kind of kicking in that you may be dealing with. And it's a call to attention to see if you're spending things on the physical. This even seems to be like, are you willing to sacrifice one thing for another, weighing the pros and cons out? That type of energy is kind of going on when it refers to what you're trying to work on, what you're working on in general. And we have the Six of Cups, but this questioning is bringing you back to yourself. It's allowing you to nurture yourself. There's this urgency that's no longer seeming as urgent as it needed to be. um you're now showing yourself a bit more respect with what you're desiring to do rather than forcing yourself to go down a path that isn't of the best benefit, which is always a beautiful thing to see. Continue doing this, um because these choices, these decisions that you're making, that you're moving through, are helping you. Excuse me for a minute, let me make sure I have that. All right, it's helping you actually connect with yourself on a different level, on really listening to what you need rather than trying to force something that you would want to be created. And you may be looking on the physical, and the physical may not be as nurturing to you as it needs to be. But again, this is where you're turning in. This is that imbalance energy that's coming in. The physical might not be nurturing you, but you're like, you know what? I'm going to nurture myself, because if the physical is not nurturing me, there's something inside of myself that I'm not nurturing. And there's this introspection that's happening. um and it's because in the past, in these past cycles, in this past growing evolution, there might have been a bad manifestation, a bad usage of time, a bad usage of whatever you're doing that's been created. But again, it's time for you to come back to yourself and replan, reorganize with yourself. You know the mistakes that you've made, but you're nurturing them now. You're talking to yourself. You're really seeing what's going on around you and how to better benefit yourself. This could even be with time management. And again, with the Hermit, even, this is really good to see. You're going in, you're introspecting, you're seeing what you desire to do, what you need to do to solve these issues, to keep these issues from reoccurring. You're receiving these signs on the physical, and you're not really feeling them, but you're seeing them. That feeling hasn't kicked in yet, and you're using this time to nurture yourself, or needing to use this time to nurture yourself, so that you can start feeling the signs and being in alignment. Right now, you're not in this alignment with the Nine of Cups reverse. There's this mismanifestation. There's this reverse genie that effect that's happening where you're trying to get something to work but it's not working. There's something more that you have to do, and you're seeing that now, and you're working through this, or you're needing to see through it. I mean, with judgment, again, I mean, you might even be seeing it with the judgment coming out. Your higher self is talking to you and showing you it's time to move. It's time to rise from this slumber, from this grave, and move on to a newer plane, a newer way of being, a newer way of um playing this game of life that you're in. There's a time for, I heard rejoicement almost. It's this something didn't work out, but it's for your best favor almost. It's how it's feeling. With the Wheel of Fortune reverse, again, even it's something about your higher self has been telling you that you're not been doing something right, and you're at the bottom of the wheel. You're seeing where you messed up, and now you're able to get back to the top. The question is, though, how fast are you going to be able to do that? And that depends on how well you're nurturing yourself. So even if you are feeling like you're at the bottom of the wheel, even if you have mismanifested something, you're now listening to your higher self, doing what you desire to do, doing what you need to get back to the top of the wheel. There's not a time frame for it. There's just a will, a destination that must be reached. And that's going back and seeing some thoughts that you weren't having before. There's these thoughts that you were resting on. Maybe I should do this, maybe I should that, but you weren't doing them. You didn't do them, which has caused this stagnation, which has caused this pause within your life, within this manifestation that you want to come in. There needs to be a thinking, a waiting period. The divine hasn't told you to move just yet. And that might be what's feeling like you're on the bottom of the wheel as well. You're waiting for this call, you're waiting for this new sign to pop up because nothing's changed that you've seen, at least. The Knight of Cups is here, though, showing that you're moving from this feeling state to the mind state. You're not yet supposed to be thinking about how to plan something out. You've just been getting the feelings, the signs, the synchronicities, the funding for it is just now coming in for you to do these things. It's about resting so that you can spring into action. There it is. The Knight of Swords again, resting so you can spring in the action, because there's something about you've already done all this thinking before, because you've already been in this cycle before. And after you're nurturing yourself in this energy of just resting, you're going to be told, I got to do something, and it's going to happen quickly. Things are going to start going one after the other. There's going to be change. There's going to be something shown to you. The only thing that's not going to be there just immediately is that gratification that you're expecting, that ending with the Knight of Pentacles reverse. There's not going to be that perfect ending. You know what I mean? It's not going to end as quickly as it started, but it's going to start quickly, and you're going to need to be able to keep up with that speed, which is why they're asking you to rest, which is why they're telling you to relax, not to move something. And notice we went from the cups to the swords to the pentacles, meaning that the wand has already been discovered. The wand has already been moved on. You're moving forward. You're not trapped. You might even be seeing this now. You might be moving down the path with the Eight of Swords with the water there. You might be already walking down that path of nourishment, knowing that you're not trapped, knowing that things aren't stopped for you, right? You might need to keep that mentality as well moving forward, to know that you're not stuck, to know that you're not trapped in a certain situation or a certain area. Things are going to be moving quickly. It's about springing into action. We have temperance. And it's again because you're pouring into yourself, you're really seeing what you desire to do. You've been given all these hints, all these clues, all these solutions externally to help you move forward in the way that you're desiring. And now it's time to start moving in that way, in that sense. You're almost there to that crowned moment. But are you going to be able to keep up with the speed of things? With all these nights coming out back to back to back, it's about speed. It's about using that force, allowing the divine to mutate you, to push you forward. And it's going to be something that's quick and speedy. But you're needing not to think that because your actions are going quickly, that the physical is going to go quickly as well as also. So when you're doing these actions, when you've done them all and you're able to rest and allow the physical to do what it needs to do to catch up to you, right? That might not be something that's according to plan. This might not be something that you're wanting. This idea that the divine is handing you, you might be pushing away because you're wanting things to fall in quicker. Or this could even just be you not listening to an idea that the divine has given you, which has caused things on the physical to just be a little bit slower. And that might cause you again to like less nurture yourself less. Don't overwork this time is what they're really saying. Don't overthink something. Don't overwork. When something is working, when something is in the background doing its thing, just wait. You've pumped in so much energy into something already that you don't need to be doing anything anymore. But the Eight of Swords, you've missed a beat in the past, or you might have missed some sort of calling that you were supposed to go to, like immediately you missed something. And this is going back, the bottom of the wheels. It's taking you back. You're going back to the top of it. It's going to go quickly, but you need to be aware of what you need to do this time, and not be left out. There's not a need for this regret though. There's something that you missed, and it's something better than what's coming back around for you, to you, so that you can move forward. It's the regret that you're not feeling. There's something, and it's not like you've been worn out about it, but they don't need you to be in this regretful energy. There's something that doesn't need any more thought, or there's a need to really see why you haven't heard the divine in the way that you're needing to, or meditated on something the way you have. Have you been distracted? The distractions around you. This could even be you wanting to do something, and then the divine like saying, no, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and they're removing people away from you on the physical, so that you can focus and nurture the idea that the divine is trying to hand you, that mother's trying to give you. And this isn't, again, like if that is happening to you where you're trying to do something and reach out to certain people and XYZ and you're being denied, that's not to punish you. That's just to say, look, you're about to move somewhere to a new level. We can't have you missing this beat. We can't have you missing this beat again. It's not going to work out if you miss it again. It's going to be dire if you miss it again. You want to move forward. We're going to make you move forward. And then everything else is going to start stacking up on top of each other like normally again. But you have to build back up from ground zero at this new level. That doesn't mean you're going to lose everything. That just means you're at a new level and you're going to have to start there and build up again. Right? Again, Five of Swords. Looking back, this is that those thoughts that you thought, oh, this isn't going to work. That's not going to work. I'm not going to do this because in the past it didn't work. Leaving these thoughts in the background, like, oh, people are leaving me. People are not talking to me anymore. Something must be wrong. Something must be popping up. Nothing of that's happening. The divine is trying to show you what you need to do to move forward. You need to learn how to speak fish at this time, though. Really pay attention to your emotions, to your feelings. What do you need? Your body is trying to talk to you. Your intuition is trying to talk to you. Your feelings are trying to express something to you, but you need to understand what they're trying to say so you can move across this new water, this new land, move to that land, but you're unable to at this time. It's because of all these feelings that you're having. They're putting energy in things that aren't necessarily benefiting you, and they're trying to show you that destructive cycle so that you can stop giving your energy away, so you can stop giving your attention, the things that you've been working on, stop giving those and trading them away, I should say, for entertainment, for pleasing something else rather than what you need to do, because that's not leading you to your gift. That's taking your time, your value away from you, while you're also trying to build it up, and it's counterintuitive because you're not wanting to walk away. So the divine is working. There's things working in the background where people are becoming more busy with their lives to keep you more occupied with yours, giving you more time to complete things that you needed to, so that you can master and fully grow with this idea and work with the divine, so that they can help you move forward to these higher new levels, to these new dimensions that you're willing and wanting to move towards. But right now, you just need to move out of this energy of feeling left out from distractions. You don't need to feel like being left out of distractions are a bad thing. Even though you may feel like you're overwhelmed, you may just be overwhelmed because you're so used to distracting yourself with different types of media, or with certain types of people or conversations and stuff, trying to multitask too much whenever you need to be focused on the sole task at hand, to truly move forward with what you're desiring. So at this time, really be focused on the work, on what you're going to do moving forward. um and I just heard, like, check your astrology, check your chart to see um where your Jupiter and your Saturn are, and like where their houses are, and see what's going on with that, because they're really going to be showing you um a lot of the complications that you've been bumping into recently when it comes to work and friends, or working on tasks or communication, putting in effort, those things of that nature. Because again, with ghosts coming out. It might feel like you're being ghosted by people, or that people aren't showing up for you when you're needing them to. And don't let that like scare you. This is the time for evolution, the time for growth, right? The time for your gifts to be to show up, to be used in a new way. And you can't be using your gifts if you're so occupied with X, Y, Z, right? So really focus on what the divine is trying to show you. Remove the mask. Remove more of your mask. You've been more open about certain things, but open up more toward yourself. Don't hide yourself because of these things. You're no longer in this like infant stage. You're now in this maturing stage. You're in this fixed stage, if you will. You're no longer in a cardinal stage. You're in a fixed stage. You're being cultivated, and people are seeing this. People know about this. Some people might even be getting the thoughts and the ideas like, "Oh, this person's busy, so let me not bother them." And though you might not like that, that's going to help you and benefit you, because now you're going to have more time to really focus on the things that you desire rather than focusing on something on the physical. You are very protected. This is something about your ascension, something about your ascended masters being around you as well. This is a lot of glory, a lot of a lot of glow up for you. It's your initiation period, is how I'm hearing, which is again withdrawal. Why a lot of people are withdrawing from you, why you needing to withdraw from certain things, why things are just kind of feeling spaced out, because it's again your energy's evolving. It's who you are. It's this angel-like energy. This could even be your angels around you, making sure certain energies aren't interfering with you, so that you're not wasting energy on certain things or expending too much on others, right? There's something that's not going as planned. There's something that's preventing people from traveling towards you or planning things with you or being able to cooperate with the plan with you. And it's to show you that you need to take this a step further with yourself. There's something about your heart chakra that may be a little blocked or confused at this time. It could just be you opening up to love and then you finding someone to talk to and then they stop talking to you for a while. That's not anything bad. That's just showing you that there's this attachment to another person that you're needing to see and work with it on yourself, right? Don't get love drunk. Don't fall head over heels at this time. That's not the point. It's not that time to be falling in with those things. That's part of the plan to get you off of that path, and keep you a little bit more confused. Focus more on that relationship with self at this time, so that things don't have to go awry. Again, with trouble and alert, you're not in trouble. Nothing's going wrong. The divine is just showing you, hey, you have all these things coming in for you and you've been doing good, but we need you to focus on you, so that when these things fully kick in, you're not worried, right? I mean, you're not worried, but you're not overwhelmed, is the word I meant to say. Excuse me. We have stalker and glamour. So like again, don't feel like someone is doing anything to you. Don't feel like if that someone's watching you and trying to rip apart your business or whatever. Don't fall for that. That's cheesy. Don't let that thing get to you. Don't fall for that same charade. There's something new happening. You're not in that old energy unless you are. Again, there's endings happening, and these endings don't necessarily mean that everyone that you just met and talked to, or that all the new things that you've cultivated are gonna not pop up anymore. It's just there's this ending to things not seeming easy, or there's this ending of trying to skip a few steps. You've learned the steps, you know how to walk these steps, and the divine is like, since you know how to walk them, since you know what to do, and you've proven it to us, whether you've spoken out loud, whether you realize it or not, you've shown the divine that you understand these things, and they're like, we need you to focus on this. I mean, here it is with God and seen. They've seen it. They know that you know what to do. They need you to actually start walking forward in that and do that. There is no curse. There is no one doing anything to you when it comes to it. There is no need to have this fear of an external thing happening. This is all because of you moving forward. There's just been a pause. There's this break. There's this silence for you, so you can grow, morph, and evolve into something that you're wanting. This debt, this lack of finance, this lack of whatever you're having is ending. There's no more debt for this. There's no more debt. There's no more feeling ashamed or like you made a bad step. You have everything aligned already. You just need to make the next step so everything can come towards you. Nothing's coming back around to get you. It's not saying that whenever you take a step that nothing's going to happen for you either. When you take that next step, everything's going to come back to you in a different way. It's getting a rebirth. This is a brand new start that you're receiving. So allow yourself to nurture yourself with that, and not panic. Not right now is not a time to invest in other people. You've done that enough, and you've seen who you wanted to take to the next cycle. You see who you want to operate with and talk to, and all these things on this next level. So allow those thoughts to remain solid and move forward with what you need to do, so that when it's time for you to meet up with those other people again, or those places, or however, you're at an energetic alignment and not behind, or feeling ashamed of a certain situation, place that you're in at the time. What's going on in this? But it's like just nurturing yourself. That's the biggest thing right now, is turning within, nurturing yourself, and really focusing on what you need to do. And this could be about a home, your home, someone else's home, your heart, where it's at, your next location, your next resting location, all these things. Again, growth comes out as well. You've grown, you might have outgrown a place where you're at, and it's time to move forward, right? Allow yourself to have that freedom to move forward. Allow yourself to have that freedom to take on new journeys, take on new adventures. And again, air and talisman, it's like you have everything that you need. You've spoken out a key that you have. You've used your voice. You've expressed a key that you have. And you just need to be able to trust yourself to get to use that key to open the door to your new life. Oh, there's another one. And then trust. Yeah. Because again, this is all about you needing to move forward. You've done everything that you can. You're good. You might feel like you're at the bottom of the wheel. It might seem like you are, but that's just because you're at the bottom of the wheel of a new cycle. You don't start off on the top of a new cycle. You start at the bottom. You have to go up so you can see what the bottom looks like in case you ever start to fall back down. Stay grounded though, because you're going the right path. You're doing the things that you need to do to stay grounded and make sure that you're able to nurture yourself. Don't dump too much energy into any other thing at this point. Just really nurture yourself and do what it's gonna keep you in those calm energies. Do what's gonna keep you in the zone for you to do what you need to do. Can we get 2 more cards? Spirit. We have divinity and 1 more. I'll just take the split after 1 more shuffle then. Divinity, okay, yeah, it's time. It is time for the divine to start moving, but they need you to stop putting so much force in things. It's time for the divine to start cultivating things within your life, but they don't need you to put any more energy. They've heard your request, they've seen what you've been putting your energy towards, and they just need you to allow them to do their job now. At this time. Shuffle 3 more times, and then take the bottom and split. I'll take the bottom to split and the top. Why not? So we have Cougar, which is leadership. You have come into your own power. Now is the time to take lead of the situation and be strong. Using the power of intentions, be clear with your purpose and define where you are heading. Hummingbird, which is lightness. It is time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them a reality. Joy is just around the corner, but you have to believe that it's possible to manifest your visions. Stop waiting and doubting. Bat, transition. You must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may seem frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. Kangaroo, which is cycle. A 9-month cycle is at play. Your current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit you. Fully commit to it, and you will have all the strength and stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backwards. Turkey, and finally, Turkey, which is good news. You may soon receive an important but very unexpected gift. Accept this with deep respect. Someone has sacrificed a lot to help you open doors and grow. A lot of things will change for the better. So, all in all, this is the message that I had. A very quick one, but a message nonetheless. Thank you all for being here. For likes, comment, share, subscribes. Thank you all as well for all the donations, whether energetic or financial. And if you are wishing to donate, do so by doing the links in the description, the Cash App, the Venmo, the PayPal, as well as the Chime, if you need to use the Chime. But regardless, my email is in the description as well for all the services. The book on the ego, part 2, is in the works. Part 1 is out. I have the books on duality. I have the book about life. I have the book that's a channeled message and a book on self love. If you are interested in those for $15, just email me and ask me for one of the books, or just ask me for the list of books, or email me for this, ask for the services, however you need to do. I'm more than open to help you with those. Regardless, though, I love each and every one of you all to the moon and back, tenfold and forever, and I will see y'all later.